Previously on Survivor Branford. Now at the final five, everyone could see the simple picture that had formed. Steven and Michelle were the biggest threats left in the game, and therefore the most likely to go. The majority three wrestled with their decisions, with each trying to subtly get their own way. Lisa aimed to vote out Steven, thinking that Michelle would be easier to defeat in the next immunity challenge, but this drew suspicion from both Ryan and Lexi, who questioned if Lisa would actually go through with voting Michelle out at the final four. Lexi, meanwhile, remained after Michelle, now with a secret goal of voting out Lisa at the final four for betraying her trust. After all was said and done, it was Michelle exiting the game, and Steven seemingly next in line, unless the game had one final twist in store. Four are left. Who will be voted out tonight?
Coming out of that last vote, it was very much a toss-up between Michelle and Steven. In my opinion, we really wanted both to go home, at least myself and Lisa did. Lexi was a little more on the fence. I don't know where this sudden connection between Lexi and Steven came from.
Our chat before was me, you, Ryan. Are you still good voting?
I'm still solid with it. I don't want to break an alliance, but at the same time, she broke my trust a lot.
I was on the chopping block last time. I'm on it again this time. I think it's going to be me or Lisa. I really hope that Lexi is with me. I played a good game. I'm happy with it. Now I got to see if I can make some last-ditch plays here and see what happens.
Go! Everyone sprints out of the gate. There's really nothing left to conserve, as this is the final individual immunity challenge of the season. Win it, and you'll have your seat reserved in front of the jury. Dropping your sponge will only cost you time, everyone moving at different paces. As the tubes slowly fill with water, the key will rise, allowing the castaways access to their slide puzzle. Steven's key on the move with that sponge full of water. Squeezing the sponge off of your head will reduce the accuracy of where that water's going, as you can see it all over the wood and all over the castaways. Lexi drops. She's gonna have to go back. Hopefully the castaways can resist the temptation to pour too much water over their heads on this hot summer day. How many laps will it take before the key is within reach? Steven's technique is working, as he's making considerable progress. Ryan a few sponges behind, it would appear. Lisa might only need another spongeful before moving on to the next phase. If the castaways are out of breath, they aren't showing it as they battle for the final 3. And Lisa's key rises over the rim, and she's going to move on to the slide puzzle. Literally going to try to move herself into the final 3. Steven has his key. Lisa not doing much yet with her head start. Steven going to see if he could figure this puzzle out. Lexi's so close, desperately seeing if she has just a few drops left in that sponge, but it's not going to be enough, and she's going to have to make another water run. Tough to tell if Lisa and Steven are making any progress, or if they're going in circles. Ryan and Lexi far from giving up. And now Lexi will move on to the second phase of the challenge. Ryan's making what he hopes is his last trip. And that'll do it. Everyone now onto the puzzle.
Picture. Hot guy.
Steven back at the starting point, and slide puzzle enthusiast Elisa seems to be hung up as well. This slide puzzle is deceptively hard and frustrating. Everyone looking to put together the most beautifully framed picture they can imagine. It only takes one specific move to complete this puzzle, but it's not easy to find. The first phase of the challenge long in the past, everything now rides on 5 puzzle pieces. A guaranteed spot in the final 3 hanging in the balance. Ryan wins immunity! Guaranteed a spot in the final tribal council.
I'm embarrassed now, Jim. I talked a big sliding puzzle game.
Ryan, congratulations. Immunity is yours once again. You have a guaranteed spot in the final 3 of this game, and the power to decide almost who's there with you, but no doubt a lot of power at this point. So one of the other 3 of you, unfortunately, will fall just short of that final tribal council.
My big worry was that Lisa would win. 'Cause
Yes.
I want to outline all of your options so that you make the best decision you can.
Okay.
The vote is either going to be me or Lisa. If we both vote Lisa, and they both vote me, it's like deadlock, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to continue to push for Lisa. Lexi and I are voting for Lisa.
Okay.
Lexi came to me before last tribal council. It's like, I'm flipping on Lisa because she betrayed my trust earlier.
I'm going to be voting for you this round. I'm just going to tell you that straight up. I've loved playing this game with you, but the problem is you and I have like such a similar story, it feels like, and I feel like you have even one up on your social connections, your path, the way you played this game strategically. I think we both played good games, but I think you overshadow me the way this is going right now.
Hey, appreciate the
I
honesty.
appreciate it. I've loved playing with
We've had
you.
such a
I'm
good
so
run.
glad we were able to switch things around after the way that first tribe was going. This is it. I won the final immunity challenge. This was huge. I think I've really built a path for myself to get some votes. Whether it's enough or not, I think in a Lisa and Lexi scenario, I'm in a okay spot. I have to feel confident in my game, and going to final tribal with Steven is not the way I can feel confident because our games are too similar. Lexi really is stuck on tying for Steven. Maybe I give immunity to Lisa and go into tiebreak against Steven. I mean, is Lisa more likely to beat Steven in fire making?
So I think we both know the situation.
Yeah. I don't know if there's much that you could say to any three of us right now that would do that.
Ryan doesn't want to sit next to me because our stories are identical. If you sit next to two identical people, your story stands out and it'll be more compelling.
But you also do have more of a social aspect than Ryan, which kind of encourages on where I'm going to be making my case and I'm going to be upfront with you. I just can't.
It's either me or Lisa. Ryan came out and said he's voting for me. Lisa was like, yeah, I'm voting for you. And it's up to Lexi to kind of decide what's going on. She said she's still torn on thinking about it.
So Steven made the pitch to me that was like, oh, me and Ryan have very similar games, so it would benefit you to sit next to us. I don't buy that.
Yes, Steven's done more. I think, like the way Steven has me Steven votes, I think you have you Lexi votes.
I'm pretty confident that Ryan is going to vote with me for Steven. Lexi has been a little wishy-washy, which concerns me, but I think worst case, I would go to fire building. I think I could possibly win at that, but I really hope it don't comes to it.
I don't have much else to say. My vote's locked.
Not to with Steven, I said.
Yeah, for Steven.
Me as well.
I played this whole game with Steven. I came to this game knowing that I'm not going to be loyally with someone because being loyally with someone means you're loyally against someone else. If you're stuck to a group of people, then you're stuck working against a group of people by default. So I wanted this game to be fluid from the start, and I'm making this smart decision time and time again in this game. Is there maybe like a lack of empathy involved in that? Sure, but it doesn't mean I didn't value every person along the way as a person. I have to make those sacrifices to play. I didn't expect to be in the end with Lexi and Lisa whatsoever, but that's what made sense the way this merge went.
I still feel pretty confident in like not wanting Lisa to go into the final with me. Like I told you, like she kind of burned my bridge at this point, so I'm still really strong in that.
You're in the final three no matter what. Like, it's going to be me or Lisa. Ryan and I have exactly the same story. We each won 2 challenges. We've been allied since the second vote of the game and traveled through the whole game together. Lisa's story is very similar to your story, that you allied early, you played it right, straight through, you didn't win any challenges, but you played the social game very well. So I think if you're looking at the final 3, you have a better chance against me and Ryan, who have the same exact story.
My gut and like what I want to do is very different than I think what makes sense.
If you go through no matter what, it's up to you whether to decide it's fire building me versus Lisa.
Still with Steven? Yeah. Okay, I think that's where we're all at right now. It's just a matter of actually writing down the name.
Yeah, it's a tough call.
Well, Final Four. I think that at any Final Four tribal council, you have to start with the one guaranteed to go to the Final 3. So congratulations again, Ryan. How do you see things moving forward from here?
Soon after the final meeting challenge ended, I had a chat with Steven. I let him know I'm voting for him this round. I felt like Steven and I, we had a similar path in this game, which was funny and surprising considering how this game started off. It's been a pleasure to play with Steven throughout this game, but I feel like for my final tribal case, it is better path for myself and for all of us if Steven is not there, because I think he has that best underdog story from being on the bottom of the starting tribe, the bottom of the merge, all the way to final tribal.
So Ryan definitely makes a case and is a very persuasive guy, especially when he has that headwear on. But he doesn't control your vote. You control your vote. So he might be telling you it's best for your game, but only you know what's really best for your game.
I've definitely been thinking about what people are going to say as their cases for when we get to the final 3. And I feel like
Lexi, it only takes one vote to, alongside Steven, force a tie in this case, and then potentially allow him to advance further, if that's what you want. Have you considered all of your options? I mean, it looks like all of your options are just to your immediate right there as far as who you can vote for.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that like everybody here has a great case. You know, where Lisa might have had a strength in one area and a weakness in the other. Steven might have had a strength in that area. We all played the game really great this season, so it's hard to make a decision based off like who's gonna have a better case. So that's why I think this decision has been like really hard for me to make.
Steven, you've been talking about an underdog story for most of this game. How are you planning to write your next chapter in that storybook coming into this vote?
It might have to be an epilogue. Ryan kind of just made my case for me. We have such a similar story that if anyone sat next to the two of us, their story would really stand out by comparison. And I think that could really tip the jury in their favor. So it's kind of up to Lexi if she wants to deadlock it and try to get me potentially in the final three, which would give her a standout story, a good social game versus two guys who won 2 immunity challenges and happened to get here.
I would almost argue that putting it to deadlock is the worst case scenario because that was the same thing that happened last time. Sam went into the final three having one fire, having a standout story.
The problem is whoever wins that deadlock, whether Lisa or Steven, is it's the flashy thing. It looks good. All that's doing is helping one of them to.
Lexi, it sounds like you are the woman of the hour. You have the last big move to make in this game, the last puzzle piece to fit in to the final three picture.
No matter what three of us want to finally try the console, like each could make a really great case.
Would you like to say any last piece before we go do the vote? Okay, then we will do the vote. Lisa, you're up first.
I think my vote here is pretty obvious, but part of me hopes that Lexi actually does put my name down and sends me to fire. I feel like that would be a big addition to my resume, and if I did make it through to the final three, that would really give me a leg up.
Well, this is the only time the whole game I have known for sure where the vote is going, and it's not here, unfortunately. I really think it's in Lexi's best interest to vote for Lisa here. I think that with Lisa on the final three, Lexi has the same exact argument for the whole game, and Ryan would stand out and win.
I feel good about the game I played, whether I win or lose, whether this vote goes wrong or not. I had a great time, and I'm very proud of what I did this weekend. But unfortunately, vote Steve.
Okay. I don't think I've ever felt like I had to cast a vote with more of a heavy heart.
Once the votes have been read, the decision is final. The person voted out will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. First vote. Steven. Lisa. One vote Lisa, one vote Steven. Steven. 2 votes Steven, 1 vote Lisa. 11th player voted out of Survivor Branford, Steven. Steven, that's 3. Bring me your torch.
Thanks, guys. Good luck in the finals.
Great run, adding to the long list of great 4th-place finishes you've had. But unfortunately, you just missed it by this much. Try this weekend. Try for you again.
It feels like every season, the person who gets 4th place is the best player. Nobody wanted to sit with me in the final, and I don't blame them. I thought I played a really good game. I was very happy with everything I did. I went into that final challenge, and I was like, I know I have to win this, and I just couldn't get that puzzle. I made the best case I could. I really thought it would have been more helpful for Lexi to at least send us to fire, but she knew that I actually had a pretty decent social game in addition to those 2 challenges, and understandably was nervous about about it. I wish everybody luck in the finals, and I'm looking forward to grilling some folks on the jury.